Oh, I guess I should put my camera on.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't even think about it.
I did. I don't want to. Look at you. Look at them teeth.
It's the,
I shouldn't do that because it'll pop up right when I'm doing
that. Mango?
It's that mango cart. Remember I was drinking the NA version of it? Well, now I'm just drinking the real version of it.
Oh.
It's really
Which is better, the NA or the real?
The version.
Hello and welcome to the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja. Right over there, she is my best friend and podcasting partner for life. She is the master of raptors. It is Miss Savannah.
Hello.
May
the fourth be with you both.
Oh, you as well. You as well. Even further over there, he is my best friend and podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez. You guys may have noticed the lack of an intro. It's because I got really high and forgot to do one. I have no problem admitting that. No problem at all admitting that. I will have to fix that in post, as they say. How are you guys doing tonight?
Awesome.
Let's pretend like we haven't been talking for the last 45 minutes.
We haven't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tonight, yes, as Savannah had mentioned, it is May the 4th. As us Star Wars geeks like to say, may the 4th be with you. What does Star Wars mean to you guys?
I've never seen it.
Never at all. You just ironically are inked with Star Wars.
I thought it'd be funny, like it was a dare. So, like, you know, jokes on everyone else, right?
Right.
She picked some random person from the movies to put on her arm, and it was just like, yes. Let's try this out for a second.
I figured it was like the most important, and it's like this huge bearded guy that like apparently only has 5 seconds of screen time, but like, whatever.
I just discovered something while drinking. What is a Sprite on a green screen while wearing a black hoodie? Doesn't look like a Sprite. It looks like Coke. That was very interesting.
That's an unusual thing to. Okay.
I just took a
little drink of my Sprite, and I looked on the camera, and it was black because I'm wearing a black hoodie.
It's because the Force is strong with you.
I could turn it into a Coke. How about you, Francis?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have like a blurry R2-D2 behind me. I have
there's a R2 in your car.
Yeah, I have a bunch of. They had when The Force Awakens was about to come out in the theaters. They had an event called Force Friday, and they sold a bunch of stuff. They sold a bunch of like figurines and ships and stuff, and it was sold out for like weeks. And I found I was able to buy some. So I went back to the local store, shopping locales, and I kept looking for such ships and figures in which to decorate, and I found them. And I guess I'm a casual fan, because I went back and forth almost every week to look for this stuff. But whatever. I mean,
yeah.
It's fine.
My entire living room is Star Wars. Like it's the walls are covered, and one of my dogs is a Star Wars name, and it's
all on a dare.
All on a dare, all on a bet. Yeah, jokes on that guy. Best $5 I ever made.
Go ahead.
No, I love Star Wars, obviously. Yeah. So
I am a huge fan as well. I don't have Star Wars lining my walls. I do have some Star Wars toys. I'm not a big collector of Star Wars toys because they all just they just do this. Like, they have no posability. but the big vehicles are awesome, and they are fun to display for sure. But at the end of the day, it is just a story, and there are some people out there that probably take it too far. Maybe, I don't know. I guess it's subjective. I guess.
Am I a toxic Star Wars fan? Do I gatekeep?
In all fans of the original trilogy fall into that category because like we won't accept anything new.
Well, when you review, acknowledge
I like
that
the new movies. I like the spin-offs. Like, I'm super excited for the Book of Boba Fett. I'm super excited for Mandalorian. I'm super excited for fucking Kenobi. Like,
it's funny because
Kenobi spin-off since Ewan McGregor had that tiny little braid.
And it's all the things that you just mentioned. It's funny because they're all Dave Filoni projects.
Exactly.
Why he doesn't have the keys to Star Wars is beyond me. He clearly gets it.
You know. Stuff.
Just this morning, the next Disney Plus show came out. It is Star Wars related because, funny they brought it out on May the 4th. The Bad Batch.
Yeah, that looks really good too.
Looks good. I haven't kept up with exactly all that it's going to entail and the stories and whatnot, but coming from the Clone Wars creators, the cartoon creators, whatever, I'm all for it.
Hell yeah.
I still haven't
excited for it.
I still haven't watched that last season of the Clone Wars show. But I have seen like Darth Maul's demise. I've seen that fight. But yeah, just haven't gone back and watched the last season yet. I think I don't want to let that world die yet. Maybe.
I mean, it's continuing on with so many other things. Like, it'll never. Even though some people may say they're refusing to let it die.
Right.
I think they're just opening it up for a new fan base, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, that's what the new movies were about. Like,
totally.
All these fucking gatekeepers that were like, oh, female protagonists, and how it's not the same, and all that bullshit. But it's just like it's not for us.
It never. That's the thing. That Star Wars is never for us. It's always for the next generation. That's how you keep money going into the machine.
Exactly.
So have you guys ever met anybody from the Star Wars franchise?
You did, didn't you?
I had a run in with Chewbacca. I wouldn't say I met him.
Oh.
And I did.
I've seen enough of them because I've been to 3 celebrations, but I don't think I've ever met anyone. I'm trying to think.
I met
William Shatner was in Star Wars, wasn't he? Right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
That's what what's his name? What's the guy's name? What Star Trek guy? What's his name? You just said it.
William Shatner.
William Shatner. That's what William Shatner actually looks like.
Yeah.
He's Emperor Palpatine.
It's like, okay, when the lightning hits him, all right, we're going to replace Ian McDermott with you. Right? So, Willie, go on in. All right.
Yeah. I mean, the picture I have with him, I mean, it looks like, like post-lightning Palpatine for sure. So.
I ran into Chewbacca. I was looking at a katana at a Comic-Con, deciding if I needed it or not. I decided that I did need it. Was trying to get the booth keeper's attention, and when this gigantic hand landed on my shoulder, and I said, "What the fuck was that?" And I looked and had to trace up the arm of this gigantic arm. I mean, frail looking, but it was long. And there's Peter Mayhew looking down at me, and in a real soft English voice. He was just like, "Would you mind stepping aside?" And I was like, "You're Chewbacca. You outrank me. Go right ahead."
I would have been like, "I was here first."
Get this, he sits next to the katana booth dealer guy. They were friends.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
And then I forgot that I wanted to buy a katana and walked away. I was like, that was so awesome. I need to go tell somebody about this.
Yeah,
I was at a rave and like Daniel Logan was there, and
How is that not surprising?
I mean, he walked in, he's like, "This is so cool." I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been in proximity, but I've never actually talked to any of them. So.
Yeah, same.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't go to any conventions where there's specific Star Wars people in it, really, right? Like you do all the Star Wars celebrations, there's Savannah, but I haven't been to any of the celebrations.
I was supposed to go to one with her a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then there was another occasion where Josh failed.
The funny thing is, I've been to D23, the last one, and there was nothing Star Wars. I don't remember anything Star Wars announced. Maybe Mandalorian? Maybe that was it, but nothing really. So, yeah.
Well, so like the first one that I went to, that Josh, you were supposed to go to, there were no new Star Wars. And like there was nothing. Like it was still happening every other year, and like it, and they were just like doing it for the fans and stuff. But so then the second one that I went to was after, God, what trailer was it? I think it was for the second trailer was coming out, so it was like a huge, like it was way bigger, obviously. But anyway, that wasn't a very good story. Sorry.
It probably would have been if I was there.
Yep, that's right. It would have been 10 times better.
Yeah. I met Tom Kenny, who was the voice of Yoda on Clone Wars.
Oh, wait, I did the interview.
Wow, Francis. Wow.
I forgot I did the interview with the original Boba Fett at Great Philly Comic Con.
Oh.
And I did
How dare you disrespect his memory that way?
And the other bounty hunters. I did a panel with them as well. I ran their panel too. Forgot about that. You know why? Because our good friend Jay would normally get all of the Star Wars stuff. So I'm like, I can do a Star Wars thing. Of course not. Like, that's impossible. There's no way I could have done a Star Wars thing. Because usually our good friend would take it. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I did those two. Yeah. Those are fun.
You're the worst.
I am.
Was it Jeremy Bullock? I can't remember.
I believe so.
Wow, that's awesome. Man, do I miss Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I'm being convinced to try to go to Dragon Con, but I'm like,
me too. I was just gonna say they're still having Dragon Con this year,
which is amazing to me that they're doing.
Which
Dragon
is ridiculous.
Con. I can't afford it. It's just too expensive.
It's really expensive. It's really fun though.
I mean,
could we start our roommate shenanigans?
Obviously.
At Dragon Con? Because I've got like Southwest credit.
I got it in at the Marriott, so we're good.
Well, that's the thing is I need a place to. I need to stay with somebody if I'm going to go. That's the most expensive part.
Yeah,
is paying for the room. So if
roommate shenanigans, Francis.
I think I'm going. I think I'm going then. Oh man.
I mean, I've never been. I don't even know if I can get tickets at this point, but
you can.
You can still get tickets. Yeah, it's finding the hotel at this point that's going to be impossible.
Yeah, the hotel was the hard part, and every hotel when I looked 3 weeks ago sold out.
Yeah. Yes.
So if we're gonna go, we're gonna have to go.
So we're gonna have to Uber back and forth to the actual event.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's an all-nighter, Apparently it's just party
Jen and
all
I
night.
stayed at a hotel that had Lincoln car service. we just like took the Lincoln car every time we went.
Oh, well, I'm going to use the Lincoln car service to get me over.
The Darth Cleavage. She's posh, you guys. Posh.
Oh, I can imagine. It's how you keep the cleavage Darth.
That's right.
It's the only way.
That's right.
So you're posh.
That's right.
Oh dear. Oh goodness.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's look into it. Actually, why not? Let's all look into it because I'm I'm definitely being
pressured,
coerced.
By whom?
Yeah, that's a better word.
By I'm not gonna say who.
I know who.
Yeah. Josh knows who.
I'll tell you
later. We'll tell you off air.
Fuck.
And it is a show that I would definitely like to go to. I just, man, it's the all night party thing that's just like
you don't
daunting.
have to do the all night party thing.
But
it's not a requirement.
Isn't that what the show is?
That's really what it's about, though.
Yeah.
Like, there's good programming, and yes, there's like awesome costumes throughout the day, and like the Marriott Marquis is fucking insane. But like, yeah, no, it's like all night partying. We went to Klingon karaoke. Like that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like in Klingon.
I mean, they had it mostly in English, but you could sing in Klingon too if you wanted to. Like they had Klingon versions.
Oh my god.
Available. Yeah, it was fucking awesome. They also had live wrestling, and like I told everyone I was with, I was like, we're gonna go, and they're like, oh, I hate wrestling, I hate it, and I was like, just trust me. And then you just like get caught up in mob mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Right, when they're thrown in the ring and they're like, oh my god, this is not what I signed up for, and they're getting tossed around.
I mean, none of that happened, but like people walk in and I'd be like, you fucking suck, and they're like, how do you know that that's a good guy or bad guy? I'm like, you don't, you just yell. That's how wrestling is.
So they're no names. Just regular.
Yeah, it was
people?
just like a local. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't call them no names.
Not no names, but
local guys, local talent, as WWE likes to call them.
Yeah, I mean they're like regional talent,
Right. Territory talent.
Talent.
All right, shenanigans, here we come.
That would be if Savannah, you have an inn at a hotel, that definitely ups the ante as far as the making that a possibility, especially when I have credits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to like then come up with funds except for fun money.
Well, yeah,
and a different approach. And a different approach to the whole thing. Instead of like being there to try and like press cover it, just go to experience it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's kind of what I did with when I went to Celebration last time. I was like, yeah, I got this press stuff, but yeah. And now I'm on a different podcast, so I can apply again.
Ah.
I love it.
Possibly is there an angle on press credential there, Francis?
At
for
Dragon Con?
Yeah.
Well, so you can technically be press, but most what you want to get.
I'm talking about an angle with the current angle.
Oh no!
Okay.
No, sadly no, because the angle of the angle of which is again coursing, is going to be doing actual panels there.
Gotcha. A little inside baseball, I guess, but that's okay.
Yeah. Apparently, if you do enough panels, they pay for your room, which is what happened for our particular mutual friend.
Interesting.
Which is why, it's easy to say, yeah, come along when your room is already paid for 5 days. It's like,
right.
Sure,
it's a little harder for someone who has nothing, that has to pay for everything out of their pocket. It's like, oh man, I don't have $1,000 for 5 days.
Right. And even the San Diego hotel splitting that 3 ways. Even that one's a little tough.
Split in 3 ways, yeah.
That one's a little tough as well.
It was. I think the toughest was when he had an Airbnb, but that was the coolest.
Yeah, for sure. I got to watch a guy sleep right outside of a bar against their like front door.
Yeah. Right on.
Solid.
Dude, downtown San Diego during Comic-Con is
weird.
One gigantic party that just has sub parties in each bar and club.
Oh, I mean, Dragon Con's the same way. Like Dragon Con is like the East Coast version of like San Diego Comic-Con, essentially. It's big. It's just not all in one place. Like
Right.
that's why it's
just
different.
spread out.
It's like 7 different sponsor hotels.
7.
Yeah.
Wow. And they're not next door. I mean, they might be next door to each other. But
No, they're like blocks from each other. Like
geez.
like, I mean, there's like a cluster of like 3 or 4 of them, but then there's some that are like, you know, a mile away. And so there's just like a stream of people walking, but
That's part of the experience, I guess.
that's part of the experience.
Speaking of experiences, did you guys go to the Josh fight?
I did not attend in person. No.
No, I wasn't aware
Did
that.
you?
No.
Josh?
I didn't go, and it's funny because it's something that I've kind of heard about in the past, but nothing ever came about it. And then this year, people talked about it, and all of a sudden there was a location, and people were saying they were going to go. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And it was in Nebraska, which was, you know, just a few hours from here.
Yeah.
So I've decided that if it's in Nebraska again next year, I will go. I
Hell
will
yeah.
come up with some sort of official Josh costume.
Nice.
I don't know exactly right now what that might entail, but if I can get a hold of a samurai's headdress, that would be amazing.
You should just make one out of like cardboard from like beer boxes, like
Or something, right?
yeah.
My pool noodle will have a scabbard.
Oh,
You know, it's to
made
make it,
out of another pool noodle.
probably, yeah. But yeah, did you guys see that a 5-year-old kid
Yeah.
won, and apparently his speech was something to the effect of, "I will fight anybody."
I mean, when you like a kid in any situation that's like that, a kid's always gonna win.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Shh.
It's great
Let-
though, you know, that it wasn't like a bunch of like just mouth breathers being like, no, that's not fair.
I am curious as to how many non-Joshes were there.
Well,
Yeah,
was
did you have to?
there was like I feel like I read like a joke article that was like county recorder's office was full of like people changing their names last minute to Josh. Was it Josh Swain? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a full name. It was funny. It's like not all of them could have been Josh Swain
No.
or whatever it is, but yeah, I think it's a really brilliant kind of fun little activity to have, though. I must admit, like, what a great way to just celebrate the name Josh.
Right, and it's not the typical way of someone going like, "Ah, just joshing you." Yeah. Which- Which when I say it has a totally different meaning.
And what is your meaning, Josh?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know.
Well,
That's why I'm asking.
Next visit, maybe you can find out.
Roommate shenanigans.
Roommate shenanigans.
Roommate hijinks. It's hijinks.
That's right. That's right. Don't want to mess up the name too often. Yeah. So I think next year I will be going to the Josh fight just because it'd be something to do.
It's just I'm bored one day. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, Josh fight's
I'm not
happening.
doing
I
anything
mean,
else
like,
that day.
there were the
drive
when,
13 hours. This is fine.
look, when I was in high school, my friends and I decided we were going to ditch school and go play volleyball at the reservoir right next door to our high school.
Volleyball.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys play that song from Top Gun while you're doing it?
Well, that was the plan. But then we
Playing
just started
with the boys.
we needed to change clothes and get volleyballs, and ended up on the freeway going north and ended up in Wyoming staying at one dude's grandma's house for the night.
Oh, jeez.
Solid.
Picked up a hitchhiker.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You know that trope in the movies when an outsider walks into the bar or restaurant or what have you, the diner, and the music screeches, the radio, the records, get scratched, and everybody stops and looks. That happened. We went to a pool hall, and everybody was like, "Who the hell are these people?"
That's happened to me a few times. Yeah.
Wanted to back away slowly and leave.
Yep.
Did you wait? So have you ever picked up a hitchhiker?
Me?
Either of you?
No.
I mean, I haven't, but I was with people that decided to.
Oh, so you really did pick up the hitchhiker?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought you were joking.
No, like there was a dude on a
hitchhiker.
We were driving a convertible 5.0 Mustang, and there's some dude just standing on the side of the road hitchhiking, and the driver just decided that we were going to come to a movie screeching halt on the freeway and let this guy get in the car in the back seat where I was.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I find that so fascinating because even I remember a situation where my buddy and I were in the mountains of Big Bear, and there was a pretty girl who was hitchhiking, and we both concluded, no, she's a murderer. We're not picking her up.
That's absolutely
we just automatically
true,
assume, she's pretty. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? She's gonna kill us both.
She's gonna murder us.
Keep going.
She's gonna at least rob us.
Yeah, and I think that is the total appropriate attitude to have.
But I guess I'm curious if it was some disheveled older gentleman would have been like, nah, we can pick him up. That's all good. Let's make it happen.
I don't know what the thinking was that we were all young high school kids, so we can take care of ourselves if things went south or something. But
sure,
I don't know. It was a moment in life.
My ex had a habit of picking up hitchhikers whenever he was traveling across state.
Your ex had,
and he's like, "Haven't you ever?" And I was like, "No, what? No."
Savannah, your ex had a lot of bad habits.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
Mm-hmm,
so,
but
he just didn't realize that being a woman is different. He's like, yeah, I didn't even think about it. It's like,
but like I said, even two
you
dudes
didn't think about
a
lot of fucking things, did you?
Slice.
Doesn't matter. Even as two dudes, I was like, no, we're not picking up anybody. Don't matter.
No matter what they look like. I questioned it. I was like, why? Yeah. Why are we picking up a hitchhiker?
Because it's funny.
Because, dude, we're being spontaneous.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's
but
hey, if we get maimed, at least.
I'm the one that's back there with them. I'm going to die first.
Yeah.
Did he smell?
I don't recall, dude. That was 1993. I don't know.
Oh, 93.
Good year. Actually, speaking of 93, why am I shaking my back scratcher at the camera? So, Domino's.
Why indeed?
Because it was in my hand. I was playing with it.
Why are we? Yes, tell me. Why are we doing this? Come on. I need to know.
Nervous energy. You got to just play with something with your hands sometimes.
My hands are under the camera.
Domino's, for some reason, decided to break out the Noid out of whatever heroin hut.
Why?
I don't know. I have not researched. I have not inquired. I didn't contact Domino's first to figure out why. I just saw the commercial and there was the Noid.
Why, Francis?
It's because it's to promote their new driverless pizza delivery AI machines.
What? I mean, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm here.
So they have Noid driving them.
So the Noid is trying to stop the AI automated pizza delivery machine from getting to its destination because the Noid hates pizzas.
Did we talk about before how all these pizza places are bringing back stuffed crust? Did we talk about that?
No.
We did not.
Oh yeah, all these places are rolling out stuffed crust. Check it out, and it's but that's been a thing since the 90s. But Pizza Hut and Papa John's, I think, are going at it.
Well, I mean, do you remember a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago, I guess, when Burger King was like, "Yo, we got tacos," and everybody was talking about, "Yo, did you see Burger King's gonna bring out these tacos?" And it's like Burger King's had shitty tacos since the '90s, man.
Yeah, they're just
Nobody's ever got them because they ordered them once and went, "You cheap bastards!" No. You just cut a burger patty in half, put half a slice of cheese in there, and called that a taco?
They did not.
Yeah.
Did they put it in a shell, or was it
it's
just like a grinder, like on a burger?
No, it was just a sliced burger.
Oh.
That every Burger King taco I got, that's what it was.
It's literally just half of a burger?
Half a burger, half a slice of cheese, some sort of taco seasoning in a shell.
Oh, so it did have a shell. So
yeah, deep
like
fried.
What I was imagining was like a burger, like on bun, like literally just cut in half. Be like, check out our taco.
They deep fry it real quick, It's just like Jack in the Box.
That's what they do.
No, totally. But it's they suck in comparison to Jack tacos.
Yeah,
Jack tacos are where it's at.
Somehow Jack in the Box perfected the deep fried taco corner, I guess. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for our new automated AI pizza delivery overlords, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't think that's coming anywhere near me anytime soon.
It's probably only going to be in LA.
Here in California.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, I already think they have it here.
I do think it's kind of cool though, because you're given some sort of a 4 or 5 digit code or something.
So like, what's stopping people from just like kicking it over and just like?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what its what its security protocols are.
Yeah. Like
it gets knocked over and transforms into like Ed 209 or something.
Yeah. Yes.
That seems
so
rational, right?
Oh wow, yeah, okay. So it's called the Neuro R2. It's actually being done in Houston, Texas. And that's where they're doing their delivery. Yeah. And it's the size of a car. Like it's about as big as a regular car.
Jesus.
Like
Just
a smart
instead
car.
of right. But instead of passengers, it just has an oven to keep your pizza nice and warm.
Gross. Just when he said that.
What? Nice and warm.
See, I still have the Pizza Hut bag to keep my pizza nice and
the
warm.
plug-in one.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, that is awesome. Like, what an awesome gift for the universe to give you. The Pizza Hut warming bag.
I mean, how often do you buy pizza? I guess is the question.
You need to keep it warm and
not
like
as,
immediately shove in your face.
Not as often as I used to.
Not as often as you want.
Yeah, probably that too. And I don't. Yeah. Yeah. So the Noid.
Yeah. There's
Did
a
they
video
revamp him? God, now we need to look it up.
I mean, I find him just as annoying as I did as a kid, but he's rad at the same time. I wonder if we're getting the Noid back, which I know was more of a kind of a 90s thing, if maybe Wendy's will find 2 old haggard ladies to bring back Where's the Beef.
Where's the beef?
That was
clad in a red, skin-tight, rabbit-eared bodysuit with a black N inscribed on a white circle on his chest. The Noid was a physical manifestation of all the challenges inherent in getting a pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less. The Noid.
The Noid.
Apparently in 1989, this guy entered the Pizza Hut. He was apparently influenced by the Noid, and he held up a Domino's pizza and demanded $100,000 and a white limousine that could serve as his getaway car.
Where were they going to get the limousine?
I don't know. The subject, the devilish buck-toothed, hair-eared mascot of Domino's, which coincidentally shared the gunman's last name. So apparently the guy's name was Noid.
No, it wasn't.
Apparently.
What are the coincidences of that?
Oh my God.
He was having an ongoing feud in his mind with the owner of Domino's Pizza about the Noid commercials. So apparently he thinks that the Noid commercials were aimed at him, and that's why he went to a Domino's.
Wow.
He's like, stop hating me, Domino's. I did nothing to you.
I'm a Pizza Hut customer.
I'm more of a Little Caesars guy. Oh man.
I'm the last Little Caesars fan there is.
Yeah.
Little Caesars still exists, man.
They came back.
There's tons of Little Caesars.
They were gone out of Colorado for many a moon, and they're starting. Really? They're starting to make a bit of a comeback. Anytime I've moved, I've stopped at a Little Caesars and picked up pizza for the crew.
Nothing like some good old cardboard pizza.
Nothing like some heartburn with some pepperoni.
Yes, okay, so good. I'm glad that I remember that it's called Yo Noid. It's a Nintendo Entertainment System game.
Yes.
Apparently has a 90% like this video game. So apparently it was a very good video game.
I think it was as good as Sneak King.
That game
was
original so
Xbox.
awesome.
Sneaking.
It was the Burger King game where you played as the king, and you went around sneaking. You went sneaking around and tried to startle people. If I'm not mistaken.
So Yo Noid had a 90% like this game. Sneak King has 82%.
Oh, I have it, Francis. So
that's awesome because
when we
I want
decide to
play
cohabitate, we can all play together.
All I know is that my favorite commercial is of the king waking up in bed next to a guy and just offering him a sandwich.
Yes. Something that I didn't know about the king, I thought that was just a character that they came up with. In the 70s, Burger King's commercials had a human, the king, and he was magical.
Oh.
But the paper mache, the king, is a replica of the human, the king.
Oh, I think I knew that. Yeah.
They share some similarities as far as looks go, is what I'm trying to say. So that was something that.
So it's based off of a real person.
Yes. I for some reason I got on a YouTube hole of looking up old commercials, just in no specific like genre, just 70s commercials, and mostly to see, I guess, how many commercials you couldn't make today. But there was the Burger King, and that was it was interesting to me.
Yeah, can I share one review from Sneak King?
Absolutely.
All right, 5 stars. This game showed me how to live in a society, and it's so true. It changed the way I eat food. It changed my marriage. I owe everything to this game, and to think I got it in a value meal. This game is perfection. So if you haven't played Sneak King,
it'll change your life.
You are missing out on a life-changing experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember it being that much fun, but
I also have BK Racer too. So
I don't know. I did not get that one.
For someone who doesn't eat meat, you have a lot of Burger King related.
Yeah.
Maybe it was in her meat-eating days. Did you think about that?
You know what, though? I haven't eaten beef in 20 years.
So, maybe she just likes memorabilia.
Maybe I just like Burger King-related video games.
Maybe.
Ironically.
Maybe
she hasn't eaten meat.
Go ahead.
She hasn't eaten meat.
I can
since
eat there
she was
now.
5.
Oh, with the
Incredible
Impossible
Whopper. Yeah. Or Impossible Whopper. Yeah.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's something.
You know what else is impossible? Transitioning to the next.
Yeah,
You know what
that
else
is
is
pretty
impossible?
because
Thinking up things to talk about. If only there was a way that we could come up with things, topics,
something
for
like
maybe a card deck or app.
from like the people from Poddex.
What?
Look at the production that's going on here, and the saving, because I was about to fail horribly. That's why she is my podcasting partner. Yes, Poddex. If you guys vamp for an extra second, I can actually pull up the script.
You can call 1-800-DOCT-ORB. The B is for bargains.
Did you guys know that there's a hotline called Callin' Oates? Like CALLI. It's an 800 number. They just play Callin' Oates on 24/7.
It's great.
I'm okay with that, I think.
I'm okay with that too. Especially since they don't have it. What is the purpose of joke numbers nowadays with cell phones, right? There's no purpose for joke numbers. There's no purpose for these kind of, especially now you have websites and stuff that can do kind of the work for you. But,
right.
Yeah.
Like Poddex website, which you can go to at poddex.com. Poddex are a unique interview and episode startup prompts in the palm of your hand, whether that be in a phone or these awesome cards that I have in the palm of my hand. You can open them up, find something interesting to talk about. If you wanted to, you could get 10% off your first order by going to poddex.com and using the promo code POI Pod, because I don't like Synergy.
I'm sorry. Francis's face during all of this was too much for me.
Because it's a total train wreck as I go through it. Why don't hold back? I understand. And see, the thing is that
was really funny.
When I tried to pull this up and do it quickly so that it seems semi-seamless, and then I start to read it and I'm nervous, so I just start making up lines that aren't in the script. But whatever. I wasn't as prepared today as I normally am. So you guys, protecting some kayfabe if you like to. I think we are all now a vaxxed crew. Yes? Total silence from the other side.
Are we protecting kayfabe because we don't want people to know that we're vaccinated?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know what you want to share.
We're not sheeple, Josh.
I got my second shot last weekend. I'm fine. Nothing really happened to me. I'm horny.
Yeah.
Is that a side effect?
I don't know if that was a side effect or if that's
just an effect.
Just an effect, or if that's just me. I'm not really sure.
I feel like it might just be you. But
I think it's just me.
Yeah, no, I had my second one a month ago now. I feel like we talked about it already, but yeah, I was laid out for a good 36 hours. It fucking sucked. However, the ends justify the means.
Totally.
I would gladly do it again.
Totally.
I thought I was annoyed. It was a terrible experience.
I think I did too. My fever was so high that I was like, I just want to ruin somebody's day by taking their pizza.
I didn't even have the energy to take pizzas.
I was dead to the world, but in my brain.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting how I don't know. It's so funny how it's so difficult for people to want to do this thing. When I literally went somewhere and they pretty much begged me to go back and get a vaccine, even though I already had it. And it's just I don't understand why it's so difficult. But I don't know. It's such a weird scenario for everybody. Because I'd like to be normal. I have a person of whom I'd like to see more often. And even though they're unable to get it due to circumstances of their country of
Kayfabe.
origin. Yeah, just country of origin. Because not all countries are just passing it out like candy or anything. We are. Yet
North
people don't
Dakota
want
is.
candy.
Yeah.
And yet people don't want candy.
Nope.
Like, who doesn't want
Nope.
candy? Everyone
I
wants
want
candy.
candy.
Half of the
But
state.
apparently,
More than half of the state.
Bubblegum and taffy.
I don't want
I want
candy.
candy.
So so as such,
This is why
Yeah.
I wish we had a producer so I could like point at the producer to pull that sound clip up and let me know
Oh,
that it's
please.
loaded
Right?
into the
Yeah.
machine so I can hit the button.
We'll get there. We'll get there
We're
someday,
getting there.
guys.
We're getting
and then like put it over the lyrics or over this sound bed of I want candy. That song. I want candy.
No, I was singing I want candy like from MCP Pants.
MCP
I want
Pants.
candy.
What the hell is that?
From Aqua Teen Hunger
Okay,
Force. It-
okay.
Yes, he was a
let
giant
me
spider that was trying to lure children in, but he was voiced by MC Chris.
keep vamping.
I have
MC
no idea
Chris
any-
sings Fet's Vet. If you know that song. Francis.
No, all I know is that they did an advertisement for it here, and it got like people in trouble because they thought it was a bomb threat.
What?
Oh, the Moonanites, right?
Was that what it was? I don't remember. I know that
I
there
just
was an
remember they
Aqua
made
Teen-
fun of Journey in one episode.
Well, that's
'Cause
easy.
it was the foreigner belt buckle.
Yes.
And Carl was like, yeah, I saw Journey back in '92, and the Moonanites were like, Journey sucks.
Wow.
I remember things like that because at the age of 18 I got a full back Journey tattoo, guys, so it's fine. Shoulder
Wait,
to
it's really a
shoulder, full color, like yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've seen it. I've seen it.
Journey sucks.
Oh, here it goes. You got to hit play.
Yeah, usually. I hear nothing. Candy. Okay,
Yeah.
you better stop.
Yeah.
Before Twitch kicks us out.
Yeah, no, that's why I only played like 3 seconds at it. So yeah, that I Want Candy. Awesome song. I'm gonna add it to the playlist and annoy everybody tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you should.
So yeah, I had one other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, but Savannah did not have access to the HBO Max. So next week,
I will watch it by next week. I
yes,
promise.
next week we will be talking
I'm
about
making you a promise.
making me or them or
Everyone.
us royally.
Everyone.
Perfect. Savannah,
But you two especially.
good.
Wait, was I supposed to talk at all about?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot about it. All right, so Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Didn't watch it. Really don't have much interest in those two characters. I mean, not for anything. I mean, it's just like whatever. Looking at recaps that I kind of just skimmed over, it looked like it was a series to give Falcon the Cap shield officially, like as if he hadn't already been given it to officially, and a new suit.
Yeah, I mean, look, if anyone, you don't have to watch it. Watch. Apparently, stuff that happened in the series will affect the movie Captain America 4, which will stars. I don't remember the actor's name, but Sam Wilson, the Falcon, or now Captain America. But yeah,
I guess it did introduce U.S. Agent as well.
It introduced U.S. Agent. It introduced Julia Louis-Dreyfus has I forget her name of her character, but she's like another Marvel character that's going to make an
Really?
impact. Yeah, she's in it.
It's great.
And then and it just it guess it just sets up the other shows and it sets up some of the later movies.
Nice.
It's not really worth watching. You're right. It isn't. It's easily could have been so easy. They could have just put it into 2 hours. It could have been one movie, but they're like, no, let's pad this out.
We're gonna milk this for all it's worth.
Well,
Oh my God,
apparently
they did.
there was a bit of a side story that got scrapped and it was about a virus of some kind.
Oh yeah, there was supposed to be a coronavirus type of thing,
Yeah,
a pandemic. Yeah, and they
that
scrapped
was
it. To
coincidentally, I believe. I don't think it was something that they wrote after discovering that we were in a pandemic.
No, this was being written back in 2018, 2019. Yeah. So like this was definitely pre-COVID. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, look, again, it's a show that really doesn't. It makes you like you get to know the characters a little bit. You get to know some of the villains a little bit better. But otherwise,
right.
Take it or leave it. You can leave it.
Like, did Bucky get a new arm of any kind?
Oh, did Bucky? No, Bucky did not get a new arm. The Winter Soldier still has the same. You now know though that there's like a button sequence. The arm a certain way, it falls off his body.
Oh. That was like, one of the recaps really I saw.
Scenario.
That the guard, the Black Panther guard, I don't remember what they were called.
The Dora Milaje.
Yeah, she like pressed some buttons, there's pressure points on his arm, and his whole cybernetic arm just fell off his body. Thought that was rad.
Huh. Yeah, it was funny. Like it's a funny little moment. I thought it was. I thought
it was funny that not funny, scary that the dude, the U.S. agent dude, what's his name? Kurt Russell's kid. Was getting death threats
because he was such a good bad guy.
Yeah, like that's when you know you're doing your job right.
End.
Say what?
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem with celebrity in these movies and fandom and stuff, is that it really makes. Because think of it this way: back in like the early 2000s, when Justin Bieber was getting with somebody and they would threaten that girl because it's like, you're not good enough for Justin
Teenage
Bieber.
Girls are insane.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's all fandoms. All fandoms are insanity.
Right.
I want to kill everyone.
No, it's true.
Which kind of brings back full circle back to Star Wars, right? There is some pretty extreme Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
I personally
toxic as shit Star Wars fans.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, I don't think getting tattoos of Star Wars characters, vehicles, sayings, whatever, I don't think that's a toxic thing whatsoever.
Whatever, Josh. I get it.
It's the fans that are
out
there.
Just say it to my face that I'm fucking toxic, all right? I already have a tattoo that says toxic, so let's just get it out there.
Yeah, but that was for the Britney Spears song, so that's a different story.
It wasn't, actually.
No.
It's because I'm a petty-ass bitch.
Wait, do you really have toxic on you?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you about it later.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Savannah and I are going to get matching tattoos.
Are we?
That's the conversation you and I had. Yes.
When?
Now I'm a little worried that you don't remember having this conversation.
I don't, but I want to know.
Well, if you give me a second, I can look and see.
Oh my gosh.
This was in text, or was it in?
It was a text. It was text, or it was over Facebook Messenger, I believe. It was.
Now I'm terrified.
It was on April 24th. So either you were still
2 weeks ago.
you were still on an edible, or yes, we talked about having matching tattoos.
Of?
That was not determined.
Oh, we're just saying we're just gonna get matching tattoos.
You said in all caps, matching tramp stamps.
Oh yes, because I showed you that Limp Bizkit one.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, now you remember.
My tattoo artist said that he would not do that for me.
Oh, that's lame.
So, I just need to get a new tattoo artist. For those at home, I really just want Limp Bizkit, like across my lower back. So, it'll happen.
Unironically.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
We will get Fred Durst on this show someday.
And then I'm gonna
wait.
That's where I'll get my Leroy Jenkins.
Yes.
Is in the tramp stamp location.
Yeah. I want to ask him. It's like, do you remember when you called that 12-year-old a motherfucker? How do you think about that?
And if his answer isn't,
And he'd be like, hell yeah, dude.
yeah, if his answer isn't, yeah, or some other
Hell
Fred
yeah.
Durst lyric. I just, if we get to talk to Fred Durst, I just hope that he's Fred Durst the whole time. And not like Frederick.
Does he ever turn it off? Oh, I guess he does turn it off at some point.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to, the guy he is. I want to talk to Fred Durst.
You don't want to talk to Frederick Durston. You want to talk to Fred Durst. I'm
Fredwin.
sorry.
Fredwin, that'd be even better.
Moment. Yes, when I wrote that song about Nookie, it was all about coitus. Like,
As he's
no.
eating just spoonfuls of Grey Poupon.
Oh, I love this mustard.
Somebody brought up at the workplace the Smurfs and was asking who the guy was that wanted to eat them.
Gargamel?
Yes, Gargamel. That whole show is so 80s. The Smurfs.
Why was he obsessed with eating them? Did they even taste good? Like, what was it?
I don't know.
Did they give him magical powers?
I mean, who
Was it his kink?
How high was that production team that
Very.
pitched that? Actually, or the guy they pitched it to, how high was he that he was like, this sounds like a great idea?
They were all just partying,
Call me Papa.
Yeah, we got a Papa Smurf. There's
Yes.
only one
And get this.
lady Smurf in the whole village.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
she was
other-
created by Gargamel.
The other female was a Smurf cousin, so that she didn't count.
These blue mushrooms taste delicious.
Yeah.
And then the same team was like, you know what? We're tired of making a cartoon about creatures that are 3 apples high that live in a mushroom kingdom. Let's make the same story underwater. Let's call them
Hey,
Snorks.
Snorks are amazing. Snorks are amazing.
Underwater.
Underwater Smurfs. It's
2
great.
minutes underwater.
Hold on. I used to
They're-
watch them
they're
every
called-
morning.
They're
I
called the
used
Snorks, but they never use their snorkels for anything. They're just
Hey,
on top of
they
their
probably
heads.
did. You just didn't know.
That's how they made
It was
that's-
just actively filtering carbon, they don't need to get into that.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I love that the main character's name was All-Star Seaworthy. That's amazing.
Hanna-Barbera.
All-Star Seaworthy.
Seaworthy.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. What are we gonna name our main character? Oh no. We can't make him too pompous or anything. We gotta make it real subtle. The most subtle name we can think of. Oh, I know. All-Star Seaworthy.
Guys, I got this.
No, you guys were on the right path. Only it went like this. Snort
Oh, yeah.
line.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
I've got this great idea, guys. I also need a towel from all this sweating.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is no ending to this show. There is no point to this show.
Okay.
Savannah,
Yes.
where can
sir.
people find you on the internets if they wanted to do so?
Usually at a Limp Bizkit concert.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I'm I have a public Twitter that you can find me, Master of Raptors. It's the only thing.
I want that
Everything else is private.
Wait, where's that
because
private Twitter?
fuck yeah. That would be onlyfans.com/
Master of
$45.
Raptors.
Fred Durst is my daddy.com.
Silver Daddy.
Oh, wait a minute. That's already taken by me.
Yeah.
Francis,
Anyway, yeah. no.
where can people find you on the internets?
You can find me at sinceresarcasm.net. No affiliation with Fred Durst is my daddy.com or whatever she said. I don't remember. Oh, but I do know that come back to this show for us talking about cartoons like the Snorks and what other what's the name of the racing one? What's the racing
Wacky
the
Races?
Hanna-Barbera racing one? Wacky Races. Yeah.
Wacky Races was rad.
What? I've never even heard of what?
You've never seen or heard of Wacky Races?
It's like the
You need to look this. It was like an all-star
okay.
cartoon.
Yes. No, yes.
Yeah.
No,
It's Cartoon Cannonball Run.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
You can find me on the internets at 303_ninja on the Twitters, 303 Ninja on the Instagram, POIpodcast.com for the website. Go to the YouTube page, just search up POI Podcast. You can call, voicemail, or text us 314-764-7631. Spells out POI Pod 1 because I don't like synergy. What am I missing? The email is thepoipodcast@gmail.com. I want to thank everybody that has been watching these on the YouTubes and Twitch in post, everybody that watches live as well. Come back, join us next Tuesday as we get into a more regular schedule because we weren't COVID recovering or not watching our homework. But join us next week. We will talk about Mortal Kombat 2 weeks later than everybody else. Because,
annoyed.
Whatever. Thank you everybody for joining us. The song, I forgot to hit the button again to play the song again, so we're just going to slowly back away and exit stage left. Goodbye. See you next week.